Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the R.E.M Beauty Midnight Shadows eyeshadow palettes. If you do want to see a review and a demo, then please keep watching. As a huge favor, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment anything down below. I greatly appreciate it. I read all the comments and I'll do my best to reply back. Each palette retails for $24 at Ulta Beauty and R.E.M online. There are 6 palettes in total. I purchased these during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. For today's review, I'm going to be testing out the palette in Midnight Snack. Definitely make sure that you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. That way you never miss an upload for my review on these other 5 palettes. I do want to read a little bit about these palettes on Ulta's website. R.E.M Beauty Midnight Shadow eyeshadow palette includes a mix of 6 ultra blendable mattes plus shimmers with a silky lightweight feel and maximum color payoff. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. Up at the top it says Midnight Shadows eyeshadow palette. This is in the shade Midnight Snack. Underneath that there's a little description. Underneath that it says R.E.M Beauty. You get 8 grams of product or 0.28 ounces. Up at the top you have the shade names printed. On this side of the packaging it states it has a 24-month shelf life, and then on the other side you have the barcode printed. Down at the bottom you have the ingredients listed and it states it was made in the USA. On the back it says it in a different language. Here's what the actual eyeshadow palette looks like. It says R.E.M Beauty. I like the packaging. It's nice and weighted. This palette is called Midnight Snack. Here's what the inside of the palette looks like. It comes with a mirror. There are 6 shades in total. The first shade is called Eggnog. Ooh, this is so nice and soft in the pan. Eggnog is described as a matte creamy beige. That shade seems to be a little bit chalky. The next shade in the palette is called Whipped Cream. Whipped Cream is described as a foil mauve silver. Wow, that's gorgeous. That shade is super pigmented. The next shade is called Sachet Sorbet. Sachet Sorbet is described as a matte rose taupe. I don't like how that shade blended out. Up next we have this beautiful shimmer. This shade is called Blueberry. So pretty. Blueberry is described as a metallic rich indigo. I'm loving the metallics in this palette. The second to last shade is called Plumidor. Plumidor is described as a matte deep purple. That shade is very patchy. The last shade in the palette is called Cheeky Hajiki. Cheeky Hajiki is described as a metallic silvered charcoal. That charcoal shade is beautiful. Here's what it looks like blended out. Here's what all 6 shades look like in the Midnight Snack palette. Now we're going to create a look using this palette. Taking a clean fluffy brush, I'm going to dip into the shade in Eggnog. I'm getting a tiny bit of kick up in the pan. Applying this in my crease, going back and forth, doing windshield wiper motions. That shade looks very chalky on my eyelid. Using that same brush, I'm going to dip into the shade in Sachet Sorbet. Again, there's a little bit of fallout with this shadow as well. Applying that to my outer corner, doing circular motions. I like how that blended out. Using my finger, I'm going to dip into the shade in Whipped Cream. Pack this all over my lid. That metallic shade is beautiful. I did get a tiny bit of fallout, but that's totally fine. I'll clean that up later. On this side of my eye, we're gonna play with the last 3 shadows in this palette. Taking a clean fluffy brush, I'm gonna dip into the shade in Plumidor. Again, I'm getting some fallout in the pan. Applying that in my crease, going back and forth, doing windshield wiper motion. Here's what the shade in Plumidor looks like blended out. It looks a little bit patchy and uneven. I'm gonna close my eyes so you can see. As you can see, there's product missing. Using my finger, I'm going to dip into the shadow in Cheeky Hajiki. Pat this on my outer V. Using that same crease brush, I'm going to blend everything together. I love that charcoal shade. I just don't like the fallout. I'm gonna have to wipe this off. I'm gonna have to clean it up later on. Using my finger once again, dipping into the shadow in Blueberry. Pack this all over the lid. That blue metallic is stunning. Again, I got a tiny bit of fallout. I'm gonna clean that up and I'll be right back. I cleaned the fallout as best as I could off camera. Here's how the eye look turned out. For mascara, I'm gonna apply the Maybelline The Falsies Surreal Mascara. For lips, I'm gonna apply the NYX Fat Oil Lip Drip in the shade Miss Call. Here's what everything looks like. My final thoughts on this eyeshadow palette is that I don't like the quality. It reminds me of a drugstore eyeshadow palette. I'm so glad I didn't pay full price for this. $24 is not worth it. I'm glad I only paid $12 for it. The matte shadows are extremely powdery. The shimmer and metallic shadows in this palette, there's a ton of fallout. If you plan on purchasing this eyeshadow palette, definitely do your eyes first and then your face makeup. R.E.M. Beauty spent the money on the packaging. I really do like the quality of the packaging. It's nice and sturdy. It has a little bit of a weight to it. The mirror inside is nice as well. I'm hoping the other 5 palettes aren't the same quality. If it is, then it's definitely not worth the $24, but I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. Let me know in the comments down below if you have tried R.E.M. Beauty's eyeshadow palettes. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.